HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we have the latest in Hillers Sports, including an interview with Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity hockey head coach Scott Hayes, plus a whole lot more. But first, Hopkinton High School recently hosted Multicultural Night. Hopkinton High School hosted Multicultural Night, and many different cultures were on display during the evening. There were a number of performances in the auditorium featuring music, arts, and students teaching the audience about a wide array of different cultures.
Really famous history, and we got our biggest empire in 117 after Jesus. We also participate in both of the World War I and World War II, and we are famous for that because we switched sides 2 times.
After the performances, there were many different types of food and a wide array of cultural cuisine to enjoy.
Hi, I'm Anna. I am a senior and co-chair of Diversity Club. It's so great having this event happen tonight. Such a great turnout. I'm here representing Armenia. I made baklava. Such a great dish. It was so much fun. I'm so happy to be able to share all this cuisine with other people and kind of talk about my country. Just such a great experience. It's so amazing seeing everything come together. Thank you.
HCAM's Mike Terosian was on the scene. Here's a look at the evening celebrating many cultures throughout the globe.
And which is always eaten for breakfast. Together with pretzel, you always eat white sausage. And which is also very famous in Germany is named currywurst. And it's also often eaten together with fries.
في سدر مخضود وطلح منضود وظل ممدود. So I started talking about the cities, and the famous one is the Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo. So people imagine it's the most important. But I'm from Fortaleza, in northeast from Brazil. So you hear Fortaleza or Fortal. And it's so hot, but it's the best city, have beaches and everything if you want.
It's our captain and our players that played the Europe Cup this year. Vienna is the capital of Austria. I live there. We have 23 capitals, districts, and in Vienna there are living 2 million people. It's pretty. There are living many people because Austria only has 9 million people living, and 2 million are living in Vienna. It's the most livable city in the world, and it has a great public transport.
Hi, I'm Miss Hernandez, and tonight I'm here in Multicultural Night. Multicultural Night is one of the most special nights here at Hopkinton High School because we get to represent the many cultures that we have at our school district. So we saw performances, international presentations from our international students, dance performances, singing, prayers, and now we get to eat delicious food, interact with some crafts, and interact with our community. Everybody's invited tonight.
Last week, Hiller Winter Sports had their final week of the regular season, and there were a whole lot of happenings. Take a look. On Tuesday, February 11th, Hopkinton Hillers boys basketball hosted Westwood. Morgan Donahue from Westwood Media Center joined myself, Tom Nappy, for the call. The Hillers took advantage of Westwood defensive struggles in the first quarter.
Full court press being enacted right now by the Hillers.
You're going to see a lot of that from the Hillers. Lariano with the jumper, no good. Pulled down by Willardson. Here comes Hopkinton. Simulus kicks it out to Dejan for three. Got it!
Great shot.
12-2. Willardson driving in around the defender. Yes! Falls in at the buzzer.
That buzzer beater.
There it is.
It was 14-2, Hillers leading into the second quarter, but the tables would turn.
His horn was right there with his hand right up in the face and had a little fadeaway to give him some room.
Around the perimeter they go. Driving in. Feeds it over to the block. Brown trying to fire it out. Westwood has the turnover. Up and in, Pindell.
Westwood outscores Hopkinton 15-4 in the second quarter to even things out. Hillers led 18-17 heading into the second half.
Pretty much all the stations around the TVL do a great job. Ifra driving down, up for the lane, count it.
Westwood outscores Hopkinton 16-9 in the third quarter and would outscore them 15-8 in the fourth quarter and take the game 48-35. Westwood held Hopkinton to their lowest point total of the season and improved to 14-5. Hillers fell to 11-6. On Wednesday, February 12th, Hiller Alpine Ski had their final official meet of the season. Here's a look.
105, Scott Cronin from St. John's. Time for bid number 1004, Charlotte Richmond, 31.69. On the red course, number 804, Mary Boothbird from Hopkinton. On blue course, number 1005, Tucker Lafferty from Medway.
View results by following @Hiller Athletics on the X platform. On Thursday, February 13th, Hiller Alpine Ski held their annual final meet and had a little fun coming down the slopes, and the league award ceremony also took place.
All right, number 6 from Hopkinton, Lila Mato. right, number 7 from Hopkinton, Barry O'Brien.
A big thank you to HCAM's John Ritz for providing coverage that several towns relied on to view their favorite alpine ski athlete when they couldn't make it in person. John has put an incredible effort and made it through the unpredictable and cold weather to make sure these alpine ski meets are broadcast live for all to see. HCAM thanks John Ritz immensely and cannot express our gratitude enough. On Friday, February 14th, we had an extremely rare girls hockey, girls basketball senior night doubleheader. The girls hockey team got things started off at 5 p.m. versus Leominster at the New England Sports Center.
Up the near side, McPherson putting on the moves. Into the neutral zone, into Leominster territory. Towards the net, and it's in! The sensation, Kelsey McPherson, makes it a 1-0 Hiller lead at 8:58 left to go. Just under a minute left on the penalty. 30 seconds left in the period. This might be the last attempts of the period here. Here comes McPherson, gets by a defender out in front and puts it right in, no problem. Smooth moves by Kelsey McPherson. And she has her second goal of the evening. 2-0 Hillers. That score comes at 19 seconds left to go.
Hillers net 2 goals in the first period and had the 2-0 lead heading into the second period.
Leominster approaching. There's a shot and off the deflection. It'll be Brenna Gendron putting it in, the freshman for Leominster. And that'll make it a 2-1 game. Popped off the boards by Arthur. Here's Jean. Jean to McPherson. McPherson takes a shot, and it is gonna end up in! It went off the leg pad of the goaltender and just floated right across the goal line. They'll take it.
Both teams net a goal, and it's a 3-1 Hiller lead heading into the third period.
Leominster able to keep it in Hiller territory. There's a shot off the deflection, and it's in. Initial shot by Hemlin, and then off the deflection, it was number 2, Kaylin Hawkins. Hat trick today, and that's why the Hillers currently have the lead, but that is going to break the lead as the shot was deflected by Coito and went into the net, and that was off the stick of Rachel Simkowitz.
Leominster dominates possession time and nets 2 goals to tie the game at 3 apiece and send it to a 5-minute 4-on-4 sudden death overtime.
Along the near side, looking to close in into the left circle. Jean trying to intercept, and it's put in, and Leominster's gonna win. Brenna Gendron with the game-winning goal for the Blue Devils. And that'll do it.
Freshman Brenna Gendron nets an overtime game-winning goal for Leominster about 75 seconds in. And Leominster comes from behind to take the win 4-3. The Blue Devils officially clinch a playoff spot and improve to 10-9-0. Hillers fall to 7-9-2. Also that Friday night, Hiller girls basketball celebrated senior night prior to taking on Ashland. Following the senior night ceremony, the Hillers had an offensive explosion. Steve Spector and Mike DeRosian were on the call.
Good job by Holly with it. Little up and under, didn't really hit anything there. Megan.
Real pretty shot. Very pretty.
Nice play. Hillers. There it is. There's a 12-point lead. Biggest lead of the night.
Biggest score so far.
Really get that ball in. Hawley with a wide open three. It's good! Everybody's off the bench on that one. Biggest lead of the night. 13 points and a steal by Hawley. Looking for an outlet, and there it is. No rush here. Just work for a good shot. And there it is. Oh!
Oh, boy.
The playoff-bound Lady Hillers took the win 65-39 in their final regular season home game. On Saturday, February 15th, Hiller boys basketball hosted Doherty in a non-league matchup. It was a back-and-forth first quarter.
And it's stolen away. Punched in the air by Freire on the pass attempt. Cho has it. Cho down the lane, feeds the corner. 3-ball, got it! Ryland August.
Heading into the second quarter, both teams were tied at 19 apiece. The Hillers kept the offense going into the second quarter.
To get it through, it's stolen away by Cho. Down the lane to Willetson, back to August. Battle for it, and the Highlanders have it. Picked up by Walker. And then it's knocked out by Willetson, and the Hillers get it back. August along the top, gets it to Dejin. 3-ball, yes! What a sequence!
At the half, it was a 40-34 Hiller lead, but Doherty would get things going in the second half.
Just under 2 minutes left in the quarter. Romeo gets it over, up for the jumper, and in. Ryan Dennis.
Doherty outscores the Hillers in the third quarter, 19-11, and had a 53-51 lead over the Hillers heading into the fourth quarter.
On the entry. No good. The secondary attempt, yes. And this Doherty team, so good in the low post.
The Doherty offense continues to click. They outscore Hopkinton 29-14 in the fourth frame and walk away with the 79-65 win. Doherty improves to 14-3. Hillers fall to 12-7. We are going to take a timeout. A whole lot more HCAM news ahead. Don't go anywhere.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity hockey may be young this season, but they have gotten better and better as the season has gone on. We recently sat down with head coach Scott Hayes.
Along the far side, win. Shot, turned away, open net, it's put in! And how about that start for the captain, James Hayward?
Hello, everybody. Tom Nappy here, and we are joined by Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity hockey head coach Scott Hayes. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing well, Tom. How are you?
Doing very well.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Glad you could join us. What a tremendous win you guys got on senior night the other night on Saturday against Dedham, 8-6. What a shootout it was. Can you just talk about that game and your team's performance?
Yeah, sure. We were thrilled for our seniors. It was a great way to honor them. I think it showed a, level of resilience that we're very proud of as a team, to be able to, kind of weather the storm, so to speak, and come back, when we needed to.
One wristed up the ice by Wynn. No icing. Sent the cross, intercepted by Hayward around the goalie. There he is, a hat trick. James Hayward with the hat trick. He's out most of the season due to injury. He comes back tonight for the first time in a long time, and he gets the hat trick.
It changes the lineup. James is incredible. We rely on him for a lot of offense, but, if people don't know, he plays a whole 200-foot game, and he's an impact every shift he's on the ice.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of new faces on this team, and it seems like the team started off a little rocky, but has really come together, and you're solid on both sides of the puck, and you're beating some of the best among the best in the TVL. What's it been like to watch this group grow and become better and better as the season has gone on?
Well, it's been rewarding. It's a great job for a coach to have, and I haven't had a young team before. I think this is one of my first, but it's been awesome just, building the team with them on a daily basis and seeing the progress that we've made. I couldn't be prouder of the group.
Is there anyone in particular that has stood out to you for one reason or another?
Yeah, Matt Pedroli's a pretty special player.
What a shot he has.
Yeah, he's got a great shot. The release is incredible, but he's dynamic with a lot of one-on-one moves. I don't know what he's thinking when he's going into them, but somehow he gets out of them, and it's pretty awesome.
Off the face-off, sent over to DaCosta. Costa gets it over to Wynn. From the top of the circle, out in front, puck is loose. A battle for it. There's a shot by Pajoli, and the Hillers win! Matt Pajoli rings it in, and the Hopkinton Hillers overcome a 2-goal deficit with just over a minute left. Come all the way back and win it with 1:55 left to go in overtime. Unbelievable.
So an 8-6 game against Dedham, and you've had crazy offensive games like that, and you've had those gritty, grinded out defensive games. It must be good to have a team that could really seems to adapt to any situation.
Well, we talk in the room, we've earned a little reputation amongst ourselves for, being able to come back in a few of these games, a little bit of clutch performance in our game. So, that's excellent to have and extremely exciting when it does happen, right? But it's nice to be able to score when you need to and, keep pucks out of the net when you have to as well. Right, so it's, we've been a solid team, I think. And like I said, we continue to build and we identify areas that we need to improve at every day.
And throughout the rest of the season and hopefully heading into the playoffs, and I think you guys will get there. But is there any goals that you got for this team throughout the rest of the season?
Sure. There's a lot still in play. The TVL was still up for grabs. Unfortunately, we dropped the game to Norwood 4-2 last night, so makes it a little bit further of a stretch. But the other thing that's in play is, the MIAA power rankings keep coming out. And most recent, as of Tuesday, we were 19. So you naturally see the 16 number, and you want to get there to host the home playoff game in the first round.
Absolutely. Now to wrap up the regular season, you got 3 games on the road. Do you like being on the road to close out the regular season, or do you wish there was a home game mixed in there?
I think I might like it. I think I might like going on the road. I certainly like going to Loring on Friday night. I'm excited to go to Babson on Tuesday and play Needham. And then we get Dedham at my favorite rink in the world, Nobles.
That's terrific. I wonder if that Dedham game will be another shootout, or perhaps it'll be a defensive game, maybe now that the teams are a little more used to each other.
Yeah, I think hopefully for my sanity, we can keep a few more pucks out of the net.
So you have a lot of younger siblings of former players on the team. You ever get any of the former players or the big brothers coming in to practice, maybe helping out a little bit?
Absolutely. Christmas break's my favorite time of the year when all the alumni are back home. I get phone calls and texts from plenty of them want to come out and push pucks around.
That's terrific. Well, Coach, I think it's probably actually good that you're ending on the road. It'll certainly get you used to the playoffs because most of those games are at neutral sites and whatnot anyway. So it should be a fun rest of the season. And unfortunately, we likely won't be there, as we'll have a few home games for the girls team, who's doing an unbelievable job this year.
Excellent season for the girls.
Yeah, they got a couple of standout athletes that are pretty amazing. So, Coach, we're hopefully going to see you in the playoffs. I think you guys will make it. But thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us today. We look forward to the rest of the season, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Tom, thank you so much for the outstanding coverage always, and again for having me on today. I appreciate it.
Starts to get a break with it. Trying to get through. It's Pedroli. That shot turned away. Puck still loose. And it's sent out. Top of the circle now. Wrister by Wynn, and he pops it in! Parker Wynn ties it up! What a shot that was! It's time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. TVL Sportsnet aired last week. We had our second episode of the winter season. You can check it out at our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. Stay up to date with the Tri-Valley League with TVL Sportsnet. On Saturday, March 15th from 9 a.m. until noon, you can shop Hopkinton's largest indoor child-centric yard sale. It's the Hop Swap. All proceeds benefit the Hopkinton Moms Group, as well as the Hopkinton Parent Teacher Organization. The event will take place at Hopkinton Middle School on Saturday, March 15th. Upcoming town government meetings include on Monday, February 24th, we'll have the Planning Board meeting at 7 p.m., airing live on HCAM TV as well as our YouTube page. And on Tuesday, February 25th at 6 p.m., we'll have the Select Board meeting. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov, or for more information, you can head over to hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.